Hey there, Ulti Zeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Sword. In the last episode, we went through Galar Mine number 2, and in this episode, we're going to talk to Hop, who's just kind of standing here. Slow moving. Well, excuse me, I had to sleep. You've already gone and earned your fire badge. The man of fire Kavu is just what you'd expect. Nearly got burnt in my battle with him. Given my strongest team, it was definitely touch and go, but I still won in the end. Get a shift on, Ulti. Sure. So he was just standing there for the hell of it. He wasn't there to challenge me? Okay. But... now he's here? Okay. Sure. Kabu's mission is so hard. No one likes to challenge it. Oh no. Whatever could it possibly be? It's actually really not that hard at all. From what I remember of what it actually entails, it's very silly that it's made out to be such a huge thing. We've got a field of grass. What do we got? Did anyone else just see that weird flash of like black almost? I don't know, that was weird. The gym mission for the fire gym is this. Catching Pokemon to earn the most points. Earn 5 points to clear the gym mission. You'll earn 1 point for defeating a Pokemon in the tall grass, or 2 points for catching a Pokemon. But you won't be alone in this competition. Other trainers will be joining you in your battles. Think about what your opponents might do and try to take the best action to rack up points. So, basically we just want to catch stuff and prevent the opponent from catching stuff. So, I'll double kick the Vulpix. The other trainer in the party will fight the other opponent, or sometimes yourself, because you can do that. So, they're an annoyance and a hindrance, more or less. But ultimately, in the end, it's fine. We'll catch the Vulpix. Yay! I'll name her Bernice. Goodbye. We got the Vulpix. Congratulations. Now over here, it's Sizzlipede. I like Sizzlipede. I'm gonna use an Ember on it. To land it, it's gonna fake me out. Because it just wants to be an annoyance. Oh, it's got Flash Fire. Okay, fair enough. This it really just does not like me. Well, this landed is a bitch. You know what? I'm just gonna throw a Great Ball at it. I don't really want to deal with this. I'd rather deal with the RNG. Problem solved! We win! We caught the Sizzlipede. I quite like Sizzlipede, and if I wasn't using... I'm tempted to use it, is the thing. I like Sizzlipede, and I didn't get to use it last time. And a Fire Bug seems neat. The problem is I would mostly want it for the bug thing, and I don't know how good of it is as a bug, necessarily, because I already have the fire type in Jamie. So, I don't know. I'll name him Dan. Add him to the party. Who would he replace? See, here's the thing. Katarina is the obvious choice for me, but I'm still trying to evolve Katarina. You know what? I'm actually going to replace Ace. Because here's the thing about Ace. I found out that they don't get any level up moves. Period. They need to evolve first, and they're not going to evolve until at least the next town. So they're completely useless. Like, utterly, unbelievably useless. There's no point in me having Ace right now. So, until I can evolve Ace, there's not really much of a point in having them. Yeah, they would gain levels, but, like, that doesn't really feel worth it, you know? Anyways, Litwick. No, it's a ghost type. Don't do that. Question is it also going to have Flash Fire? It might. So... let's swap to Rory. Because all we need to do is kill this one. We don't need to catch it. We just need 5 points. You don't get anything for getting 6 points. Man, they're just fighting each other, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, that didn't do much. Ah! Well, I guess it didn't have Flash Fire after all, but... well, I guess I'm glad that I didn't try to fight the Sizzlipede. Actually, wait. If the Sizzlipede kills it... well, I guess it's not gonna matter now. The Sizzlipede is dead. Oh, no, now you gotta slant it. Sure. Let's hope Pluck kills it. No! I don't know if there's... oh. Yes, the Salandits attack me! Perfect. Thank you. Lovely. I genuinely don't know if, like, I'm allowed to, like... if it is a problem if the opponent kills it or not. So... yay! I wonder how the AI is programmed in that fight. If at all. Like, if it's just attack! Or something, or if there's like any sort of like specific AI to kind of like make it so that you do have a genuine fighting chance. I don't know. Anyways, I'm mixed on that particular gym challenge. I'd say. It feels weird to me. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna fully heal you too. Alright. Because, like, I like the idea of, like, needing to catch Pokemon. Like, as far as, like, challenges are concerned, that's at least, like, a mini-game that's related to, you know, the game. And there's a fun, like, element of it, of, like, trying to catch Pokemon when you are, like, you have this opponent around you. Oh, hi. So I think there's a validity to it. It's just, it feels weird that you don't fight any trainers, technically. I don't know. It's, I guess I'm just not sure if the fact that it's different makes it a problem or not. I don't know. Sometimes I do just kind of like the simplicity of, you go into an area, you fight trainers, and then you fight the gym leader. But, I don't know, you also gotta shake things up, so I don't know, it is what it is. Alright. Time to fight the fire gym. You got some weird cracks in the ground. But I guess they're just they don't seem like actual cracks, it seems like it's just kind of painted on. Alright, starting with a Ninetales. And it's not alone. That would be pretty... Honestly, that would be really funny. If they had it in a Alolan form or something like that, and like you're expecting fire type, and then they just throw down an ice type, and it's like... But it's a Ninetales! It's like you're expecting the fire type Ninetales, and they just throw down... Like... It really bothers me that they... Pokemon gyms are always just about type and nothing else. It's just tiresome. Anyways, I can't really make the most of my fire-type moves, but on the bright side, neither can he. And my double kick is better than his quick attack. Apparently. It seems like quick attack's all he's willing to do. So yeah, I'll win this war of attrition. How many Pokemon does this guy have? 4? 3, okay. Yeah, I'll take out the Ninetales, no problem. It might heal itself up. I hope it doesn't. Alright. I believe that's me winning this against this Ninetales. Epic! One down, 2 to go. Alright, an Arcanine. Ooh, Intimidate. Intimidate, eh? Well, showing the crowd for some reason. What a camera angle. I was like, who do I swap to? And it does that. Alright, so he's not going to use a fire-type move, presumably. Alright, he's speedy now. Little Awk. Well, I can handle that. Alright. I think what I'm going to do... I'm gonna use an X attack. Because this will boost me up more than just using Hone Claws would. Okay, I don't like the burn. But I can now heal that off. Arcanine's not gonna burn me again. Flame Wheel. Okay. Now let's fight. I still feel more confident with Pluck than Power Trip. Oh, come on! Stupid RNG. God, even with an X attack, it's that weak. Let's see how much Power Trip does. You know, I guess I could use Taunt to prevent a Will-O-Wisp. Ooh. Why did that do so much more? Yeah, Power Trip did not help. I don't want to swap out because of, like, the fucking X attack I used, but this isn't working because of the fucking burn. He's countering my strategy. I mean, good play, but stupid fucking RNG Will-O-Wisp shouldn't be hitting me that well. I guess he only did it twice, but still. It feels annoying when opponents are winning because of an RNG play. Alright, fine. I thought I was gonna be a little clever. Because, see, here's the thing, his other Pokemon is a Sizzlipede. So I was being like, oh, I'll set up Rory during this thing, kill the Arcanine, and then I'll have a super strong bird for when he brings out the bug, and then I'll do double damage. But now I'm not gonna have that because of fucking burn bullshit. Countering, gonna go in and soak up some hits. Yep. Alright. Fine. I'll electrocute you. Dog versus dog. Well, I'm not using a regular attack, I'm using a special attack. And I'm pretty certain burn doesn't affect that. Which is kind of weird that there's a burn effect like halves your regular attack. But there's nothing like that for special. Also, this does not do that much damage. It's annoying. Your dog is stronger than my dog. I don't like this. Don't you heal up. Don't you heal up. Don't do it. Don't you dare. Okay. I think I survived this. Alright. I think you died of this. Okay. Rose is unfortunately not long for this world. But, depending on the speed of the Sizzlipede that he puts out, or a Centiskorch, the evolution, whatever, similar enough, it's just longer. Depending on the speed, I might be able to auto-paralyze it, which could be helpful. We'll see. And, like clockwork... Oh, but this is our first Gigantamax! Blah, 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 blah. I'm fine with Dynamax, but I think Gigantamax is just dumb. Personally. The thing about Gigantamax is that it's Dynamax, but it gives Pokemon new looks. And I just think that's wholly unnecessary. And I think most of them look really dumb. Centiskorch here is admittedly fine. I think Gigantamax Centiskorch is fine. 99% of other Gigantamaxes are just dumb looking to me, and I do not care for them. And I feel like part of the appeal of Dynamax to me of the appeal is that, like, it can affect any Pokemon in, like, equal measure. Because that was, like, you had Mega Evolutions that only affected some Pokemon. And then you had... and then you had Z-moves, which could now be applied to every Pokemon. To kind of, like, equalize it a bit more. And then Dynamax felt like it was, like, doing that again. Like, being a decent equalizer, you know? And so as a result, Gigantamax being added on top of Dynamax makes it feel like there's still an awkward... sense of just like, oh, well, darn. So much for equalizing things. Now some Pokemon are still extra special. And I just think that's lame and stupid, and it doesn't help that I think most of their designs are really bad. But that's just a me thing, I guess. Alright, let's try and keep flinching you. Aha! I don't know if this thing has Flash Fire itself, so that's why I'm not gonna bother using a fire move. Low in my accuracy, huh? Wait, does that mean it can't hit me? I wonder if that means it can't hit me. I wonder if this means it can't hit me. Okay, fine. It's using Bug Bite. Alright, fine. You're ruining it. You're ruining the mood. It was funny and you ruined the mood. Alright. Oh well. I don't know why it did Smoke Screen 3 times in a row, though. That's just weird. Jamie's probably the best bet here, definitively. It's Fire Bug, but I don't know if it has Flash Fire or not, is the problem. Why do I keep ending up with, like, Pokemon that can't do anything? This bitch is gonna be annoying, isn't it? I'm using this time to fucking revive Rory. 'Cause I want my bird back. Oh, there's the paralysis I've been waiting for. Well, let's just find out if it has Flash Fire. Okay, it does. Of course, I hit that one. I hope it's not a problem that I just use Flash Fire like that. Not using Bug Bite anymore for some reason. Potentially because I powered it up enough. Alright, so here's the thing. It's now either in healing range, or it's still paralyzed. Regardless, I think Rory's in a perfect position to just double pluck him to death. Now there might be a potion to heal it. Or not. See? Perfect. Alright. Problem solved. Gym number 2 is down. Rory wants to learn Scary Face. I'm good. And the Kaboo clan is no more. Great Pokemon and great trainer. It's no surprise that you won. He's the first real roadblock of the gym challenge. It's really weird that they set him up like that, because, again, a third of the players are going to have a Sobble. It's not even like he uses, like, weather or anything to kind of, like, be advantageous. Like, it's very clear, like, the first three Pokemon are set up, the first three gyms are set up to kind of, like, be, like, combating like, the starters, because it's, like, fire, water, grass. So it's like, a third of the players are going to have an easy time with Kabu. And so it's just kind of this sense of, like, why would you set it up that he's this weird random roadblock? Why not make it the fourth gym, who's, like, not one of the three starters? And it's like, so, like, then they're that just feels like it makes more sense to me, you know? Because, like, I understand, like, the narrative sense of, like, wanting to make a gym a roadblock, and if you started with Grookey, I could absolutely see that being an issue. If you didn't bother to get a Water-type Pokemon, it could be a problem. I didn't get a Water-type Pokemon, and it was a bit of a problem for me, too. But, like, the thing for me is that, like, again, when I had Sobble, I didn't have a fucking problem with this guy. The person I had the most problem with was Milo, the first one, the Grass type. So it's just like this sense of like, huh, like narratively, it just doesn't make sense to me. It feels like it should have been a fourth gym that's like, I don't know, Psychic type or something like that, or Steel. I don't know. Okay, well. Adults will be the pillars for us, kids. That's how the world works. Me and Raboot would be the ones. Yeah, at the edge of our seat. And then I brought out my bird. Channel your ulti. You got the fine job from collecting gym badges. Take this TM. Yay! Fuck that Arcanine. Thank you for giving me an invisible piece of clothing. Levitating it over to my hands. I'm never going to stop pointing that out. It's really stupid and dumb that they do that animation. Like, again, like, it's the kind of thing that works fine in a 2D game, but when you have a 3D space and 3D environment, you can't really easily imagine stuff anymore. It's not, because it's very clearly not just a representation anymore. That's the thing about pixel art and sprite-based games and stuff like the early Pokemon, is that, like, it's very clearly all just representative. It's not actually physically what's happening. And that's the problem with the 3D games in these senses, is that, like, they're still operating under that design philosophy of everything's just a representation, but it's very, very clearly not a representation anymore. These are what's happening. It feels like we get transported to weird places, and, like, characters, like, do robotic movements. It's just weird. And, like, I understand the design philosophy behind it, but it's inarguable that it just doesn't look right. Does it affect the game in a long-term sense? Not really, no. It's not really an active design decision. It's just it doesn't hinder the game. Like, if that animation problem was fixed, it would still be the same game. But it's just one little bit of, like, awkwardness that, like, doesn't help. You know? I don't know. Okay. The three gym leaders are just kinda hanging out. Thanks. Hooray. So now we're gonna make our way through the wild area to reach Hammerlock. Hello again, wild area, my old friend. I've come back to you even stronger than before. So the game wants you to kind of go around and, like, find stronger Pokemon. Hi, Bede. Don't waste your efforts. Champion really must have been off his rocker to endorse the likes of you. Hop can't even throw a Pokeball properly. Rubbish. More like you don't know enough to recognize greatness when you see it. My throws are the finest. My throws are the greatest, and my bro is the finest champion the world has ever seen. I'm not gonna listen to you insulting him. How tiresome, I'll battle you over there. Maybe that'll help you finally understand just how weak you are. You're on, then. I know you challenged Ulti to battle in Galar Mine number 2, and lost her to her there, and I'm her greatest rival. In other words, there's no way you're beating me. All this prattle about Ulti and the champion and whatnot. Do you not have anything of your own to show? You know, he's got a point, Hop. Can't keep hiding behind your brother all this time. Alright, so the game kind of is like, hey, you can go through the wild area and get stronger Pokemon now if you really want to. And like, yeah, you can. It's even snowing a little bit, so like, this is like one of the weather changes, like, you get new Pokemon in these areas, if you really want to. Like, go around and look for them. It's a way of, like, kind of, like, sort of keeping the wild area feeling a little more different, I guess. It inherently isn't a bad thing, but the thing to me is, once again, like, with the wild area, it's mostly just Pokemon from Gen 1 through 7. So it doesn't quite do that much in the grand scheme of things. For me, at least. There's something else sparking. Oh, yeah, there we go. Like, if I didn't care so much about, like, specifically trying to go for Pokemon in the actual region, it probably wouldn't affect that much for me. It wouldn't change that much. It would just be, you know, the thing. Like, the Sneasel, I'd love a fucking Sneasel. Sneasel's awesome. I love Sneasel. I would happily take a Sneasel. I'd happily get a Weavile. But, like, that's a Gen 2/4 Pokemon. I wonder if I can actually get you now. Nope, you're very strong looking. That's a sign that we can't fight it. Yeah, it's level 55. Let's get out of here. I don't know, this is like the region that we're like kind of going through right now. So, like, it kind of makes sense to at least check and see what level it is, but that, yeah, like, basically, like, if you encounter a really strong Pokemon like that, it's not really worth giving it a go for. It's Maractus. Now, is it worth talking about that yet? I guess I can while I make my way through the wild area. This was the game that introduced what colloquially is referred to as Dexit. Where for the first time ever, not every single Pokemon is coded into the game. A lot of people got really mad at this. And it was one of the things that people really, really hated about this game. The funny thing to me is that from a design standpoint of, like, the game itself, it doesn't really change anything. Because while Pokemon were always, like, in Gen 7, all Pokemon were technically coded into the game, you couldn't naturally get most of them. You could only get, like, half of them in the game anyway. You just had to transfer the other ones in. So, like, from the actual design of the game itself, that doesn't, like, Dexit didn't actively affect anything. Dexit just was like, hey, not every Pokemon is going to be programmed to the game now. And that's it. That's all it was. And so, like, from just that initial bit of design, it doesn't change anything. The annoyance for me more than anything else. Okay. Fun fact, this is why I am going for all these things to get 50 watts, 50 watts, 50 watts, 50 watts. Because I want to talk to those guys. Because I found out one of the Pokemon that I want to get is something that you need that it's sort of version exclusive, but you can like get the thing that you're missing through those guys, so that's why I've been going around getting watts. You get more if you find an active raid den instead of just an inactive one like these, but it's whatever. So I'll grab a couple more from over here, and go back and start digging. But anyways, the thing about Dexit that bugged me was more so that I couldn't, like... Because one of the things I like to do was take Pokemon from other playthroughs, you know, was take them and bring them into my most recent game and mess around with them there. And, like, that was always fun for me. And, like, not being able to do that did kind of suck. I won't pretend like there wasn't a little bit of disappointment for me. But I think what's a little more annoying was, like, the reasoning behind it. Because, I don't know if it was a translation error thing or just, like, a misunderstanding thing, but, like, the reason as quoted for why Dexit happened at all was because one of the developers said that, oh, it's because we want to focus on higher quality models and animations for the existing Pokemon, the Pokemon that we program into the game. And we can't have every single Pokemon in the entire game and have good quality. And, you know, that makes sense. And, like, there's, like, 1,000 Pokemon now. Like, it does make sense that not every Pokemon is going to be in a game. In that regard, if you look at it from that perspective. But the thing that is weird is that Gen 8 doesn't have different models or animations, necessarily. The Pokemon in Gen 6, all their models were designed to be future-proof so that they could continue being in new games. Without issue. So that's what's weird about it. Really? I understand you're like, you got no stamina, but you found one thing. Alright, well I got a fossilized dino, and that might be one of the things I'm looking for? That might be exactly what I was hoping for? It's a fossil Pokemon is the point that I'm, like, trying to find. The fossil of an ancient Pokemon that once lived in the sea? Huh? But it's a dinosaur. It's not the fossilized fish. We'll get to it later, but basically there's 4 fossils and you combine them in this game. And there's a dino, a fish, a bird, and something else? I don't know. I'll hang on to that. That might be what I'm looking for. It might not be. I don't know. If I got incredibly lucky like that, then that's awesome. Hello, Araquanid, my beloved. Except when you're a totem Pokemon, then you're not beloved. I'll keep grabbing Watts just in case it's not what I'm looking for from that guy, but regardless, it's nice to have for now. just kind of looking around to see what Pokemon are even in the wild area, and it's just disappointing to me. Because again, like, I'm looking for new Pokemon. I'm looking for things that interest me, that stand out to me as like, ooh, I would want this on my team, or to at least catch for my decks or anything. And like, all I'm seeing is just old Pokemon. And I don't know. Because it's like, even when it comes to newcomers, they're not going to know the difference, but people who have been playing the game for a while will know the difference. So it feels like there's really only a benefit to making more new Pokemon available. I don't know. But yeah, with Degs, it's like, I don't really understand the intricacies behind it. I feel like there probably was more than was actually physically stated. But it's just weird to me in that, like, the whole point of Pokemon from the beginning was to catch them all, you know? You gotta catch them all. So, like, it doesn't... When there's a precedent, and they set up a precedent, it just feels annoying that they've kind of, like, stopped supporting that sort of thing. Even if it isn't for understandable reasons. Because it is a lot of development work to make sure everything is in the game. Even if it's carried over from other games, I'm sure, like, there's double checking, and, like, they gotta change some... Because, like, Pokemon don't just stay stagnant. It's in subtle ways, but they do change. Like, sometimes they get stat boosts, sometimes they always get new move pools. So it's like, there's an And while I'm saying, oh, they always share the same models, they do introduce, like, new animation things, like, for instance, Pokemon Camp, which I haven't really shown off yet, but, like, this is kind of a replacement of Pokémon Me and Pokemon Refresh from the 3DS era. You kind of just go into a camp, and they kind of just hang out, your team, they're just kind of here. Doesn't really... It's not really... It doesn't really quite hit the same, like, vibe. But, I don't know, it's the kind of thing that's, like... It's not directly from Pokémon Me that all the Pokemon in this game had to get, like, a little bit of things from this. You know? Let's talk, baby. Okay. Sure. So it's like... And so, like, all the Pokemon in the game have to make sure that they, like, work with that, and that sort of thing, and, like... So it's like, it's understandable that, like, there are animation things that they need to take care of, and doing that for thousands of Pokemon is going to be time-consuming. I get it. I really do get it. But I do think there's also an understandable disappointment there. And regardless of whether it's reasonable or not, it was always going to be an unpopular decision. That when they make it at some point, it was always going to be a problem for people. And I think the real problem was just, like, the explanation that was provided didn't feel earnest to a lot of people. Some people just claimed they were straight up lying, which I'm not going to say. I think that there was probably just some sort of communication issue thing. I don't really know. Nobody really knows for sure, except the developers themselves. But the point that I'm trying to get at is, like, it was always going to be disappointing. And I think it's just the fact that it was these games made it feel worse. Because a lot of people didn't like Gen 8, myself included. And so it was just, instead of, like, an annoying part of a good game, like, just one detriment, it was, like, one of many, many issues people took with this game. Even though, from the perspective of just regular old playing the game, it doesn't change anything, because, like I said before, like, even if they're not hard-coded into the game now, like, regions haven't had every single Pokemon in them at all since, like, Gen 2, practically. Gen 2 still had Pokemon that you had to transfer from Red and Blue into Gold and Silver Crystal. And let's not forget the original exit of Gen 3, where you couldn't bring Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance. So it's like, I don't know. I think it was just a bit of a messy situation all around, and it was just kind of unfortunate that it turned out the way it did. And I'm still disappointed by it, because I would like to be able to have all my teams in a new game and mess around with them in a new game. But I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's disappointing. Maybe for Gen 10 and the big anniversary, they might try and have every Pokemon in the game again for like one last hurrah, but I don't know. I kind of doubt it. Anyways, I doubt Hop will be coming. It's only natural. After such a humiliating defeat, there's no way he could look the champion in the eye. I'm sure he'll withdraw from the challenge. Here, just look at the gym badges I've already won. Why did he put on so much of a big show for me, but not Bede? I don't know. Also, what's weird to me is if you think about this Roadblock guy from an in-universe perspective, does he just never let anybody ever go through here unless they have a gym ballot? What if they're just a regular tourist? Like, or what if I'm a gym challenger, but like, what if this is my home? So like, I leave this home and then go get like the grass gym, and then I'm like, I want to go home before I do the other gyms. And so I try to come back and he's like, no, you're a gym challenger and you've only got the grass gym, so you're not allowed back in your hometown. It's like, what? I don't know. It's just kind of taking Roadblocks a little too seriously, but it is very funny to think about it from that perspective. Anyways, welcome to Hammerlock. There's an important person here, and it's not you three. It's the chairman. Chairman? I've been collecting both wishing stars and gym badges as fast as I can. Good work, Bede. Glad you haven't forgotten that it was the chairman who endorsed you. If I gather enough wishing stars, that'll help solve the problem that's been bothering you. Right, Mr. Chairman? Oh, it's not just about me. It's for the future of the whole Galar region. And we'll need more than just wishing stars. We'll need a powerful Pokemon trainer, too. Someone like the champion. With all due respect, sir, I was able to show Hop, one of the champion-induced trainers, just how outclassed he was. I'm sure I'll be able to defeat the champion. No, I will defeat the champion! That's the spirit. It takes healthy competition to really keep the gym challenge energized. Challenger Bede, there's something I wish to discuss with you. Do you have a moment? Hi, Underwear Man. I hope you were listening, Ulti. Does he only have one sock on? God, bros, you're a mess. As you know, wishing stars are those mysterious stones that are even attached to your Dynamax bands. There's more to wishing stars than just making your Pokemon into giants, though. They hold far more energy than that. If you're curious, you should head to the stadium. In fact, we should head inside right away. I'll even give you a little lesson on how the Galar region gets its energy. I'll do that in the next episode. First, there's a person I need to find. I don't know who it is, but somewhere in here, some person in here will give me the apple I need for Applin. So. Gastrodon, I choose you! Squeeze, squishy, squishy, squish! Well said. What do you have to say? Right on against Gastrodon. I'm at a disadvantage in terms of type matchup, but experience is on my side. No. Got a Vault. Okay. Sorry I'm late. What was that you needed to talk about so suddenly? Everything's been packed. Since I'm moving away tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, check out this Pokemon. She didn't even do the other half of the animation! He just, like, planted... If what the animation is to be believed, he just planted my Applin in the middle of nowhere, and it's just non-existent now. Why couldn't you put... You know this cutscene is only going to involve an Applin! Why couldn't you put an Applin in the cutscene? No, someone gave me the apple. I want to give you an Applin that I call my own, but I can't give you this Applin. You're right, I can't take it. As she just, like, moves her arm. Yeah. Even if we're separated and far away from each other, I'll still be waiting for an Applin you caught yourself. Okay, they like each other. Can I have Ace back now? What do you think about that? Good on you. Sure. Take this too. Think of it as a reward for helping me take that first step. And now we get a tart apple. Bye. Oh. That's funny, and Team Yell's over there with a mysterious thing. Hi. What are you doing down here? Apparently Jamie's learning a thing? Oh, you're a Fledge dude. Pledge? Well, my special attack's not as good as my regular attack, but right now this is better than Ember, for sure, so... I'll take it. The pledges work better... pledges are for, like, your starters, and they work better in combination with the other pledges. So that's a thing. Anyways, right, Pokémon. Boxes is the R button. Yeah, thank you, and... let's use our apple. Where is our apple? Here it is. Alright, Ace. Are you ready to be actually useful? Congratulations! She's evolved into Flapple! That was a laggy Rotom phone. The Apple Wing Pokemon. It ate a sour apple and that induced its evolution. Alright. Learned Wing Attack. And nothing else. Awesome. Hopefully now it'll at least learn other moves. Anyways. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Sword, because that was a bit of a long episode, we're gonna go see what the chairman wants to show us. And then we're probably not gonna do anything else of supreme note for this place, so see ya then.